What are the most underrated suburbs in the Nashville, Tennessee area? Well, in today's video, I'm going to break that all down for you, so stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and hit subscribe and tap the bell for notifications so you can never miss a future video about what life is really like here in the Nashville metropolitan area. People just like you reach out to me constantly through YouTube when they're planning a move to the Nashville area, trying to figure out which community fits their lifestyle and their budget. And I'm an active real estate agent here, so I'd be more than happy to help you through that process. You can find my contact info right on the screen. But like I said, today we're talking about some of the most underrated suburbs in the greater Nashville area. Now, I've made plenty of videos covering the well-known communities around here. Your Brentwoods, your Franklins, your Hendersons, and those are great places. I live in Brentwood, don't get me wrong. But the Nashville metro area is massive. You've got well over 30 distinct cities and communities spread out across multiple counties. And when you're just starting your research on a relocation, it's incredibly easy to overlook some genuinely fantastic places because they don't show up in every top 10 list. The 5 suburbs on today's list are exactly that, places that don't always get the attention they deserve, but absolutely should be on your radar. So let's get into it. First up, Columbia, Tennessee, sitting about 45 miles south of Nashville in Maury County. Now, when people hear 45 miles from Nashville, some of them immediately tune out. But listen, hear me out. Because Columbia is worth the full consideration. The population here is just over 40,000 people, and the median home price right now is right around $340,000. If you've been researching Nashville area home prices at all, you know that number is going to turn some heads. That kind of price point is generally hard to find this close to a major metro that's growing as fast as Nashville has. So, what's Columbia all about? It's a real city with real character. It's got a revitalized historic downtown with locally owned restaurants, coffee shops, breweries, and a growing art scene. The area has been attracting new businesses and residents steadily over the last several years as people get priced out of the closer in suburbs and start looking south. And what they find when they get here is a community that has all the foundational pieces in place. Good infrastructure, solid schools in the Maury County system, and a downtown that generally feels alive. In terms of housing, Columbia gives you a wide range. You've got historic homes near the downtown core with real architectural character, craftsman bungalows, older brick colonials, and then you've got newer construction subdivision on the edges of town where you can get a brand new 4-bedroom home on a decent lot for well under $400,000. That combination is rare. Columbia is also where Nissan has one of its major North American manufacturing facilities. There's a strong employment base built right into the community, independent of the Nashville commute. The drive up to Nashville on I-65 is straightforward, and with remote and hybrid work being so common, a lot of people are finding that the math really works well in Columbia's favor. Great value, genuine community feel, and a downtown worth spending a Saturday in. Columbia is one that a lot of people sleep on, and I think that's starting to change. City number 2 is Lebanon, Tennessee, which sits about 30 miles east of Nashville in Wilson County. Population is right around 40,000 as well, and the median home price is approximately $420,000. Now, Lebanon gets overshadowed by its neighbor, Mount Juliet, which is one of the fastest growing cities in the entire country and gets a lot of press for it. But Lebanon deserves its own spotlight because it offers a lot of the same accessibility at a noticeably lower price point. Lebanon's position on the east side of Nashville is a big deal for specific groups of buyers. People who are commuting towards Murfreesboro, Smyrna, or even the eastern corridors of Nashville, where a lot of manufacturing, logistics, and distribution jobs are concentrated. Lebanon sits right along I-40, which makes those commutes very manageable. And if your job is remote or hybrid, the proximity of Nashville is more than adequate. The housing stock in Lebanon is a solid mix. You've got a significant amount of new construction activity happening on the outskirts as the city grows. Builders have been very active here. So if new construction is a priority for you, you can find it in the Lebanon without paying the Mount Juliet premium. One thing that Lebanon has that not enough people talk about is the Cumberland River Bicentennial Trail. A paved multi-use trails that runs for miles and connects natural areas around the edge of the city. If you're a cyclist, a runner, or just someone who wants to get outside without driving to a park, that's a real quality of life asset. Lebanon also has a charming public square downtown, like really charming. It's one of those old Tennessee courthouse squares where local businesses around the perimeter, and that's been a real investment in bringing that area back to life. Wilson County schools are very well regarded, and that consistently draws families here. Lebanon is generally definitely underrated, and I think a lot of people who overlook it in favor of Mount Juliet are leaving money on the table. Number 3 on the list is Spring Hill, and this is one that straddles the Williamson and Maury County lines about 30 miles south of Nashville. Population here is just under 55,000. It's been one of the fastest growing cities in Tennessee for years now, and the median home price sits right around $530,000. Now, you might be thinking, that doesn't sound that underrated, and I get it. Spring Hill has grown significantly, but here's the thing. It still gets overlooked in lots of conversations in favor of Spring Hill and Brentwood, which are right up the road, and the price difference is very meaningful. Median home prices in Franklin are typically $200,000 to $300,000 higher, and you don't necessarily get $200,000 to $300,000 more house for that money. What Spring Hill offers is relatively newer housing stock. A ton of construction happened here in the 2010s and continues today. Large subdivisions with pools, greenways, and community amenities, and that coveted Williamson County school access for the portion of Spring Hill that sits in Williamson County. That school district factor alone drives enormous demand, and Spring Hill lets you access it at lower price points than Franklin proper. The city has grown fast enough that the amenities have followed. You've got grocery stores, restaurants, fitness centers, medical offices, and retail spread throughout the community. It doesn't have that walkable downtown character of Franklin, but for families focused on space, newness, schools, and value, Spring Hill makes a compelling argument. General Motors has a major vehicle assembly plant here that employs thousands of people directly and supports a whole ecosystem of suppliers and businesses in the area, which keeps the local economy grounded regardless of what the broader market is doing. If Franklin is your dream, but the price tag gives you pause, Spring Hill is the conversation you should be having. City number 4 is Dickson, Tennessee, about 40 miles west of Nashville on I-40. Population is right around 16,000 people, and the median home price here is approximately $310,000. Dickson is generally one of the most overlooked communities in the entire Nashville metro, and I think it's because west of Nashville doesn't get the same marketing energy as south or east. But there's a real case to be made here. Dickson has a small town feel that a lot of people are actively searching for. It's got that historic downtown with locally owned shops and restaurants, a genuine community character that you can feel when you walk around, and a pace that's noticeably different from the faster growing suburbs to the south and east. For people relocating from smaller markets who want the proximity to Nashville without being absorbed by the suburban sprawl, Dickson checks that box. The housing options here are interesting. You've got a wide range of older established homes on good-sized lots, the kind of character homes that are generally hard to find in the newer developments close to the city. And you've also got some newer construction for buyers who want something fresh. If acreage is on your list, Dickson and the surrounding Dickson County area give you real options. Hobby farms, larger parcels, homes with actual land. That inventory exists here at prices that would be unthinkable 20 miles closer to Nashville. The I-40 corridor makes the commute to Nashville reasonable for people who are doing it a few days a week, and there's a growing number of remote workers who found that Dickson gives them everything they need locally while keeping them connected to the city when it matters. The school system here has been improving, and the overall cost of living in Dickson County is among the lowest in the greater metro. If your priority is getting more home, more land, and more small town quality of life per dollar than almost anywhere else near Nashville, Dickson belongs on your list. Last one on the list today is Gallatin, Tennessee, sitting about 30 miles northeast of Nashville in Sumner County. Population is right around 45,000, and the median home price is approximately $430,000. Gallatin is the one I hear the least about in relocation conversations, and it consistently surprises people when they actually go check it out. Here's what makes Gallatin work. It sits right on Old Hickory Lake, which is one of the most expensive recreational lakes in all of Middle Tennessee. If you've got a boat or you want one, Gallatin puts you minutes from the water. Fishing, water skiing, paddleboarding, lakeside dining, all of it is right there. The waterfront access is a genuine lifestyle differentiator, and you're not paying a waterfront premium the way you would in other lake communities around the country. The housing mix in Gallatin is broad. You've got older established neighborhoods with mature lots and more square footage per dollar than the closer in suburbs. And you've got a very active new construction market with multiple developments underway right now, catering to buyers who want the modern finishes and the open floor plans. There's also some true lakefront and lake access communities where you can own a home with a dock or community boat launch. And those are available at price points that would be generally shocking in comparable markets elsewhere. Gallatin's downtown has been going through a real revitalization with new restaurants, breweries, and small businesses opening up alongside their historic storefronts. It has that Tennessee small city authenticity without feeling sleepy. Sumner County schools are well rated, and that draws families consistently. And the commute corridor up to Gallatin from Nashville has been improving with road infrastructure investments. If a lakeside lifestyle, a lower price point, and a community with genuine character sounds like what you're looking for, Gallatin is absolutely one that most people overlook, and they really, really shouldn't. All right, so that wraps up my top 5 most underrated suburbs here in the Nashville metropolitan area. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you catch every future video I put out about living in Nashville and the surrounding communities. And like I mentioned, I'm an active real estate agent here, so if you're planning a move to Middle Tennessee and want someone who actually knows these communities and who actually cares to help you find the right fit, the right home, reach out anytime. I'd love to make that transition as smooth as possible for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.